in stories, but birds.
Chapter 5. The Final Challenge and the Daring Escape. With the crystal compass clutched tightly in his hand, Warren felt like a hero straight out of a thrilling tale. The needle spun wildly at first, as if it were as excited as he was to uncover the mysteries that lay ahead. "Where to next, Boggle?" he asked, glancing down at his furry companion who was sniffing the air with determination. The compass finally settled, pointing toward a path lined with trees that seemed to lean in, whispering secrets to one another. "Let's go!" Warren declared, heart pounding with anticipation. They followed the compass's guidance, weaving through the enchanting landscape, each step echoing with the promise of adventure. As they ventured deeper into the woods, the air grew thick with excitement and a tinge of suspense. Suddenly, the trees parted to reveal a vast clearing, illuminated by a dazzling display of lights that twinkled like stars caught in the branches of a giant tree. In the center of the clearing stood a peculiar structure that looked like a circus tent, but with a twist. Its colors were too vibrant, its patterns too whimsical, and it swayed gently as if it had a heartbeat. "What is this place?" Warren mused, his curiosity piqued. The compass vibrated in his hand, as if urging him to move closer. "I think we've found the final challenge." As they approached the tent, a booming voice echoed from inside, sending shivers down Warren's spine. "Welcome, welcome! Step right up for the grand finale of your adventure." Warren exchanged a nervous glance with Boggle, who looked equally intrigued and a touch apprehensive. "Shall we?" Warren asked, and with a determined nod from his dog, they pushed aside the tent flaps and stepped inside. Inside, the atmosphere was electric. Colourful lights flashed, and a crowd of whimsical creatures, fairies, talking animals, and even a few cheeky gnomes gathered around a stage that sparkled with magical energy. At the centre stood Silas, clad in a dazzling costume, juggling what appeared to be glowing orbs. "Ah, my brave adventurers," Silas exclaimed, his voice booming with theatrical flair. "Welcome to the grand showdown. You've come far, but now you must face the ultimate challenge, the great game of wit and whimsy." "What does that entail?" Warren asked, crossing his arms with an air of determination. "It's simple," Silas grinned, his eyes twinkling with mischief. "You'll answer riddles and complete challenges, all while dodging the mischievous tricks of the crowd. If you succeed, the final prize, the ultimate treasure, awaits you. But fail, and you'll be stuck here sharing jokes with Grizzlebeard for all eternity." "Eternity? No pressure," Warren chuckled nervously, glancing at Boggle, who was already wagging his tail in excitement. "First riddle," Silas declared, raising his arms dramatically. "What has keys but can't open locks?" Warren's mind raced. "A piano!" he shouted, and the crowd erupted in applause, the lights twinkling merrily as Silas nodded in approval. "Very good, but can you handle the next challenge?" Silas asked, a mischievous glint in his eye. Before Warren could respond, a whirlwind of colourful confetti erupted from the stage, and out came a trio of dancing llamas, each wearing sparkly tutus and performing a synchronized routine. "What are we supposed to do with those?" Warren laughed, pointing at the llamas who were now twirling and prancing around in a spectacular display. "Join them! You must match their dance," Silas instructed, and before he could think twice, Warren burst into an impromptu dance, flailing his limbs like a marionette with tangled strings. Boggle, not to be outdone, leapt in, doing his own version of the llama dance, complete with spins and jumps. The crowd roared with laughter, and despite his initial embarrassment, Warren found himself laughing along, the sheer absurdity of the moment sweeping away any nerves. After an entertaining dance-off that earned them a standing ovation, Silas wiped a tear of laughter from his eye. "You're on fire, but now for the final riddle." "Bring it on," Warren declared, feeling a rush of adrenaline. "What is full of holes but still holds water?" Silas asked, grinning from ear to ear. Warren's brow furrowed as he thought hard. "A sponge!" he shouted just as the crowd held its breath. Silas clapped his hands in delight. "Bravo! You've bested every challenge!" The crowd erupted into cheers, the lights flashing as confetti rained down from above. "Now for your prize," Silas announced, gesturing dramatically to a pedestal that sparkled with enchantment. "Behold, the Book of Infinite Adventures!" Warren's eyes widened as he approached the pedestal. The book gleamed with a golden cover, and as he opened it, the pages shimmered with stories waiting to be told. "This book will allow you to create your own adventures, to explore worlds beyond your wildest dreams." "Wow!" Warren gasped, his heart swelling with excitement. "This is amazing!" "But," Silas said, his tone shifting to serious, "there's one final twist. This book can only be used by those who believe in the magic of imagination. You must promise to never let your dreams fade away." "I promise," Warren said earnestly, feeling the weight of the moment. Silas grinned widely. "Then it's yours. Now off you go. Adventure awaits." With a flourish, the tent began to unravel around them, and Warren felt a gentle tug pulling him back through the colourful lights. Boggle barked happily, bouncing alongside him as they were whisked away, the laughter and joy of the crowd echoing in their ears. As they emerged from the tent, back in the clearing under the starlit sky, Warren held the Book of Infinite Adventures tightly. "We did it, Boggle! We solved the challenges, faced grumpy gnomes and danced with llamas!" Boggle wagged his tail furiously, as if to say, "What's next? Let's go on another adventure." Warren laughed, feeling a rush of exhilaration. "And we will. With this book, the possibilities are endless. We can travel to new worlds, meet extraordinary creatures, and write our own stories." As they walked back toward the village, the moon shining brightly above, Warren realized that the true magic lay not only in the adventures they had experienced, but also in the friendships forged along the way and the boundless power of imagination. And so, with Boggle by his side and the Book of Infinite Adventures in hand, Warren was ready to embrace whatever whimsical escapades awaited him next, knowing that every day could be a grand adventure if only one dared to dream.
Diamond stories where birds ignite. From reports to diaries, our stories take flight. With vocabulary gems and plots so grand, we'll transport you to worlds across every land. Get ready to listen to stories to ignite your imagination, where each story